4 getting absolutely muscled there. At turn 1, that was an absolute disaster.
Oh, he's spun!
Oh no! That's massive for Adam!
All over the rear bumper of Spin, mate. These guys are hitting with each other like nothing we've ever seen before.
jeeesh pulls out to the outside. Here we go again.
86 there, he's going to go for a move here, the 2 Ferraris in front of him.
jeeesh went wide. jeeesh is
Oh!
in trouble with Schumacher. Oh, good contact.
Oh, massive contact there.
This is going to be an incredible finish for these two.
The speed, the overspeed happening. They're going to go 3 wide into
Oh.
turn 1.
There's contact there from Tracy that comes through on the way in. He tries to retwist and gets his way.
Shoved out wide. Oh, huge contact.
This is fantastic. On the outside though in turn 1.
As he shoves it down the inside anyway. What is this? Oh my gosh! What a move from GTR! Good evenings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Sector 1. We're here tonight at the Brands Hatch GP course for round 3 of the Sector 1 World Tour. My name is Lenocis, and joining me in the commentary box tonight as your Division 3 race director is Crazy Good Kung Fu. How are we doing tonight?
Yeah, doing very good. Thank you, Lenocis, for the great intro, and happy to be back on the combox with yourself and race directing Division 3 at a lovely morning at Brands Hatch in England.
Yeah, looking very excited to this one, as a Division 3 is always sure to give us lots of exciting action. So we'll jump across and have a look at our track map for tonight's race. It is, of course, 9 turns, 3.196 kilometers. It's a 10-minute qualifying, followed by a 31-lap race. Soft tyres and medium tyres are the only tyres available for use today. And the time of day for both races will be late morning. As we'll have a look also at our track schedule. It's Division 3 kicking us off at any moment with their 10-minute qualifying at 7 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, with their race kicking off at 7:15. Division 1 at about 8 o'clock and then 8:15 for their race. So looking forward to every bit of the action tonight that both of our divisions have to offer. I'm just so excited. From my practice and what I've seen, the 1-stop and the 2-stop are both viable options. So there's going to be drivers up and down the field trying their luck with whatever strategy they think will suit them best. So, it's going to be an absolutely incredible race to watch, both of them. So to see what strategy people choose and what they can make work with their cars. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we'll have a look at the points quickly before we jump into our Division 3 qualifying. So this is how the points are shaping up after 2 rounds in the Division 3 standings. Phreelickz, Respawn Esports, is on top of the timing tables. Carbonboy sitting in P2 for Obsession Motorsports. Black Project for Blacklight in P3. Boy Begun P4 for CP. Stranger, the first of the Doghouse runners, in P5, Bumcrack P6 for Kraken Esports, Killer on the loose in P7 for Lightning Motorsport, Rex in P8, Shizer P9, Gur in P10, Daz P11, Budsy P12, Halsey P13, and Prua in P14 with his 20-point penalty. So, and we'll also quickly, before we jump in, we'll have a look at the Teams Championship as well, because that is very important. So Respawn Esports come into this one on top of the tables with 221 points. Kraken in second, Lightning third. It's a Toyota top 3 lockout. Doghouse in P4, the first of the non-Toyota manufacturers. CP in 5th in McLaren. Dadson P6. Hooncorp Esports P7. Deeds in 8th. Blacklight 9th, Brocky 05 Sim Racing in 10th, Red Mist 11th, ISA 12th, Black Rose 13th, and Obsession Motorsports rounding out the rear of tonight's event with their penalties. So, I mean, lots of storylines up and down the tables of both our team's championship and our Division 3 standings. So, what do you think of that coming into tonight's event?
Yeah.
Crazy good
Oh no,
content.
I think we're in a really good spot after 2 rounds. Daytona presented some serious challenges with regards to the differences between cars, and we had a few interesting dropouts as well during that. We had Black Project, who had a real issue last time out, just going straight into a barrier with a bit of a hardware issue. So it'd be good to see that 458 Ferrari back on the grid and hopefully challenging for the lead this time. We know how fast he can be, but will the Supra continue its dominance tonight? I guess it's all up in the air. But in terms of early predictions, there's a lot of strategies on there, so I really don't quite know where we're going to end up. I think it's going to be a fascinating end to this race.
Yeah, definitely. Especially last race, the strategy was pretty much cut and dry. There wasn't much variability throughout the field, so it'll be interesting to see with multiple options open for the drivers what they're going to choose with the end goal of getting across the line as quick as possible. So I think any minute now, or any second now I should say, as soon as all the drivers are ticked in, which it looks like they are, we should be ready to go, as the big rem button just needs to be clicked for our 10-minute qualifying.
And clicked it is. Qualifying is about to begin, so we can head over to track now, Lenocis, and see what these guys are all capable of. And good luck to all the Division 3 drivers tonight. Keep it clean and race hard. We are looking forward to seeing quite the qualifying session. I've been looking at the time boards and the practice sessions that the teams have been running, and we're expecting times between something like a 28 and a 30 to 31, depending on how fast these guys can get around the track. So it'll be interesting to see exactly where they all end up sitting. I don't quite know the difference between the cars here. It was a bit clear and dry, as you said, for Daytona, but in terms of Brands Hatch, with all the corners, it's really a lot more down to driver skill this round.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the cars in this GT4 category that we saw in the first race at the Nürburgring, it's a lot closer of a category than the GT3s that we saw at Daytona, where the Supras were the clearly dominant car last round. As we see Gur for Dadson Racing, the first driver out of the pit lane, as he comes up to Hawthorne, I believe that corner is, as Stranger just behind him in the orange Alfa Romeo, with the 2 Dadson drivers of Carbonboy and Proa just behind in their Toyotas. Budsy sporting a new livery. He's actually overtaken Proa there, so has Boybegum. So Budsy, new livery for the ISA Esports guys, and it looks fantastic, to be honest.
Yeah, really good job by Benjamin, the leader of the ISA Esports team. It is absolutely glorious, some really nice colours, and some great angle work on there.
Yeah, and just behind Budsy on track now is Boybegum and the CP Blue McLaren. Looking good as always, the CP. Killer on the loose just behind in Lightning Motorsport is P6 on track at the moment.
I do have to report an absolute mistake here by Shizer. He has started out on the medium tyre for qualifying, so he's in the pits already.
Ooh, maybe a bit of early strategy from Shizer. Or it could just be a miscalculation and he's gone out on the wrong tyre. We'll have to see
we'll see,
happens to the times at the end of the session.
It'll certainly get him some clean air, let's just put it that way.
Yeah, so Bumcrack, 7th on the road, runs a little bit wide there. He's dropped to Division 3 this season from Division 2, and he's quicker than ever. And he's one of the guys that is dominating this Division 3 field at the moment. So expect a good result from Bumcrack today. Black Project in P8 for Blacklight Motorsport. What an awesome engine noise that Ferrari has.
It is just something else. I mean, my favourite engine noise is always going to be the Mercedes, because that V8 is just incredible. But that Ferrari just sounds mega right now.
Yeah.
Crikey.
As Daz for Deeds Racing in his BRZ, 86, He runs the BRZ in the GT3 category, but I believe for the first round he had a special Anzac Day livery on, as all the times are starting to come in now, as Stranger to the top of the timing charts, Boybegum into P2, Carbonboy P3, as we look down to see who's next across the line. Killer on the loose, and Daz straight to the top of the times for Deeds Racing. Brewer into P2. Great stuff from these guys as Phreelickz pops himself into P4.
I was about to say, we just saw only one person drop under the 130s there, which was, I can't remember now, the Stranger, I think it was. And suddenly, two more. Boom. Straight away. 29.5, 29.681 for Brewer. Really good job there. Everyone else is in the 30s at the moment.
Yeah, Brent, Karen Unleashed will be cheering down in the pit lane as Daz is purple again. Daz is on a charge this race after a non-ideal first 2 rounds of the season. He'll be charging back in this one to try and make an impact as he's mega up 3/10. This is going to be a spectacular lap, but he has a lot of traffic to contend with. Can he overtake? Yes, he does overtake Killer and Bumcrack, but what's that going to mean to his sector times?
Yeah, that was a really tough bit of blue flag. Well, not technically blue flag, but traffic. Good on those two drivers, Bumcrack and Killer on the loose, to get out of his way.
But it's completely ruined his lap time.
Daz.
3/10 down. That's so unfortunate for Daz.
Very unlucky. Are we seeing a bit of a resurgence here for the 86? I mean, obviously we only saw the Group 4s once. He's actually coming into the pits. He's decided, no, get a fresh set of softs.
So does Brewer and Carbonboy.
That's a good choice. But in Group 4 in the round 1, I don't remember the 86 being very dominant, but Daz showing that the 86 has got some pace.
As Stranger goes purple in his orange Alfa Romeo.
Oh, and Phreelickz has gone wide at the first turn. He's ruined his soft tyres and got him some damage as well. Oh, reversing, just be careful.
Yeah, a lot of traffic over there.
Yeah, good job by the Respawn Esports driver there to get back on the track safely. It was, I thought he was going to reverse onto the track for a second there.
Yeah, I think he was just stuck up against that wall, but he deals with it and he's back out on track. 13 seconds down on his personal best time, which is a 29.9. So good lap from Phreelickz.
It is quite impressive, yeah. And halfway through the qualifying already, so these chaps will only get another 3 or so, maybe 4 laps if they're really lucky, but 3 or 4 laps until the end of qualifying for each of these. Gurr, I think he's still technically leading the way in terms of the number of laps led. He's about to come over the line and finish his 4th lap now, but not able to get into the 129s just yet.
Yeah, let's see what the lap time's going to be as he on the short run down towards the finish line, and it is going to improve. P2 for Gurr. That's a brilliant lap. Stranger well improves as well up into P4, goes ahead of Phreelickz.
You know what, Lenocis, we might, if we're really, really lucky, we might see a 28 today, although, I mean, Daz has got to cut another 0.5, but that's going to be some impressive times. Even the 29s are very impressive from these Division 3 drivers.
Absolutely. I mean, it'll be a stretch, but Daz, he was 3/10 up on his own time, so he's pretty much there.
Yeah, if he gets a really good lap in, it could happen. A quick note for Black Project, he is yet to set a proper qualifying time. I think he's had some problems most laps. Fastest lap 33.5, so not seeing the resurgence in the Ferrari that I thought we were going to, sadly.
He must have picked up a penalty on that lap though, because it's saying that his official best lap is a 1:38 flat, which is significantly slower than a 33.5. So, not a great qualifying session for Black Project so far, but he is purple at the moment, or at the very least, he's blue by 5.5 seconds. So, Black Project on a charge.
Daz running wide a little bit there at the top, and he's picked up a 0.5 second penalty. That's going to hurt.
Absolutely. Oh, somebody spun at the first turn. Oh, that's not great for the Datsun Racing driver.
Yeah, just out of Clark curve onto the pit straight. He must have run wide in Clark, and he's completely stuck in the gravel. Oh dear, oh dear.
It's probably just letting the other drivers through, but it's still not great. Oh! Somebody got pushed wide there. Who was that? Oh, I'm not too sure who that was, but somebody just got absolutely pushed wide at the final corner.
Oof. Let me see if I can find out who that might have been. It could have been between Boy Become Carbonboy and is that True ahead of them? Oh.
There's Carbon. Oh, Killer's gone!
Killer's